say again, time and again, how impressed are you with this team's ability to show the kind of resiliency and just play through this stuff?
Yeah, a ton of perseverance out there today. It took everyone as a team, and it comes down to winning. Winning is the main thing. It will always be the main thing, and it takes what it takes. Regardless of how it looks, what you have to go through to get it. We'll grow through this situation and this experience in the game. Win, lose, or draw, we want to grow from every situation, but to be able to stay at it, find a way, stick together, that was pleasing.
Jalen, you had to be cleared from a concussion. Is there kind of a hold your breath moment when you're going through the evaluation thinking, because you just don't know how those things are going to go? How were you able to get through that moment?
I guess I beat the protocol.
Do you know how it happened?
I beat the protocol.
Were you surprised they brought you into the medical tent to be evaluated?
It happens. Was I surprised? I don't know, but
Your head hit the turf a couple times during that first half. Were you feeling the effects at all?
no.
Whenever you guys were driving towards the end, Gainwell had a couple of big runs to get close to the end zone. It seemed like you guys were talking there. What did you see?
On which one?
When Gainwell had a couple of big runs, right before you had a couple of big runs to the red zone, it seemed like y'all were no huddle. It seems like you were talking to him. Was that something that you saw on the defense at the time?
I don't remember what you're talking about. Probably not the word I should say right now, but I don't know what you're talking about.
What happened in the fourth quarter? What turned around for you guys in the fourth quarter?
We just got it rolling. We're able to get some positive plays, And so when you're able to get completions, keep the sticks moving, keep progressing, and then impose your physicality in the end of it, that's what it comes down to, and excuse me. It's always good when you can score in the red zone. And then when you score outside of the red zone, that's good as well. But situationally, I felt like everything was – I have to watch the film, but you just got to be better in the red zone. Be better in the red zone. We had a ton of good drives. Just got to finish. And that's a really good team. They're a really good team. They'll continue to be a good team. They got great players, and they're well coached, and there's a ton of respect for that group.
Jalen, what did you think of the defensive performance tonight, particularly that fourth down stop? What did that do for you guys?
Yeah, I call Zach Bond the tone setter. And that group, that linebacker group in general, but Zach Bond, how he's been able to come here, be a part of this team, take leadership in his role, and his actions do a lot of talking for him. And that's something that I respect a lot. And just to see how he shows up, how he the physicality he plays with, how he flies to the ball, I think it's a great fit for this city and obviously this defensive scheme. And so I just encourage him to continue to lead that group, continue to do the work he's doing, and everybody continue to build and feed off of one another. Defense played a hell of a game again. That was my message to him, and I knew it was going to take all of us tonight. But the number one thing I was telling him was just keep it going while it's hot. They had a great defensive showing in Dallas last week, and after a short week, they kept the party going. So just got to keep building.
How much did you know about Zach before he got here?
He was a New Orleans Saint. Had a role there. Was a really good player there. Just they let him slip away to us.
And just to follow up, has the defense reached a point where you feel like you're always going to be in a game because of them?
That's just a confidence you want to have in your team. So I don't know if that's a yes or a no. I have a ton of confidence in my teammates and in the defense, but my mentality and perspective is to go out there and take advantage of every opportunity. We want to help one another and we want to be there for one another, but ultimately we don't want to compromise our standards because of another group. And so it takes a team, but every phase has to hold their end of the rope, you know, and we just got to continue to build, you know. Everybody on that side of the ball played lights out. You know, I think offensively, you know, some miscommunications at certain moments, and maybe didn't operate at the highest level we could have. And obviously scoring in the red zone is the biggest thing, but, you know, when you look at 435 yards of total offense, I mean, that's pretty good. And so I want to take advantage of our opportunities.
Jalen, how much did you appreciate? What's it like when you see you're able to overpower a team like at the end? Like, I mean, is it just kind of like a matter of time? Do you guys think before like Saquon gets going and you know is pretty much able to impose as well?
No, I think every game is different. Every game is different, you know. And you try and walk the path of each game and treat them all independently. You want to just go out there and execute. And, you know, the mentality is you're always one play away. And if you keep pressing on, keep going, you know, everything kind of answers itself. So we just want to be a football team that plays each play as its own play, treats it one play at a time, takes that approach in the game, and gives it our best.
Jalen, you mentioned that everybody had a role today, but how would you describe what Saquon's role was today and how he and the running game got going late? What did that do to help you guys?
How many carries did he have? 6. Yeah, I mean, he put in some good work today, man. You know, and I guess it does take time, but every game is different. And when I say it takes time, it's always one play away. So it can be the first touch, the second touch, or the 10th touch, or the 25th touch, whatever it is. You know, we just got to keep pressing and keep playing the game. And you know, I've been talking about this thing of us being multiple, and us having a multiple approach of, you know, it can look different. And so I think as we embrace that as a football team, how different these things can look and how we succeed and how we put up points and produce, I think we'll be able to continue to diversify ourselves in our efficiency and how good we are in that. And so we just need to continue to build, utilize everything that we have in its fullness. And, you know, I gotta find ways to get us going in the red zone, finishing in the red zone.
What's your big picture perspective about where this team is through 10 games, 8-10, first place in the NFC East?
I'm sorry?
What's your big picture perspective about where this team is 10 games into the season?
No big picture. Taking it one day at a time. Taking it one day at a time.
What was your perspective on the Grant Calcaterra play?
Punt? What'd you say?
What was your perspective on the Grant Calcaterra play?
Play?
Yeah.
What play?
Where you do fumble.
Yeah, I mean, that's crucial. You know, we talk about effort, we talk about flying to the ball, and honestly, the number one thing that's been Kellen has brought is flipping and finding, and finding if you don't have the ball in your hands. So obviously Dallas makes that catch, and he tries to go get some yak, and it's the guy you don't see. And, you know, I know he's wishing he would have had better ball security there, but why you flip and find, why you pursue to the ball, offensively and defensively, because you never know what can happen. You want to be there. So good things always happen when you fly to the ball and get to the ball. And it's a crucial moment in the game for sure. That was able to extend our drive. I think it's a great example of effort, finishing the play. And, again, you know, you talk about roles. You know, Grant is, I tell you, he's probably one of the most, I think I said this already, one of the most selfless guys on the team with his role. And, you know, it looks different. You know, he popped off for a little bit in absence of Dallas, and now he makes one of the most underrated plays of the game, and being able to recover that fumble, extend the drive, and have an opportunity to give it to Saquon a couple more times. So it was a big play.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.